Alright, what's going on everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to place the upstream O2 sensor or the air fuel sensor on your 7th gen Honda Civic. So that's 2001 to 2005. I happen to have a 2005 Honda Civic LX right here, so I have an air fuel sensor in mine. And as you can see, my check engine light is on and nobody wants to see that, so I'm going to show you the code I'm pulling up right now. And on my code reader right here, I have a P0134 code. So that's O2 sensor circuit, no activity, bank 1 sensor 1. So bank 1 sensor 1 is the upstream sensor, and it does say O2 sensor, but it's going to say it's an air fuel sensor on my car, but it's going to say O2 sensor on the meter. Alright, so what you're going to need right here is this special tool, and this tool makes the job a lot easier, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. It's about 10 bucks on eBay or Amazon or wherever you buy it. And all it does is connect to your socket wrench. It's a 3/8 inch drive, so just get your 3/8 inch drive socket wrench, put it on in there, and you're good to go. This tool is specially designed to get right in between the O2 sensors, so it makes your life and job a lot easier. Alright, so as you can see, I have it connected to my 3/8 inch drive socket wrench right here, and I don't really have a big socket wrench, a small one will do, but again, get this tool, it'll make everything so much easier. Alright, so let's go ahead and crack open the hood. Alright, so as you can see, there is the O2 sensor. And as you can see, it's also in a kind of tough to reach area, so this is what the special tool is going to be used for. You could take the cover off, but it's still kind of tough to get out. So as you can see, the O2 sensor connects right into this clip right here. And there are two small tabs on this clip right here, and as well as the O2 sensor. So what you want to do is kind of pull the tabs while pulling the O2 sensor out, and you should be able to get it out. It is kind of tricky, but if you just keep working at it and keep pulling while pressing the tabs down, you will get it out. Alright, so I got it out right here, and all that's left to do is to get the O2 sensor out of the manifold right there. So just take your tool, and as you can see, it slides right over the O2 sensor, and you want to just go ahead and unscrew it. Mine came out easily because I had already changed out the O2 sensor before, but I remember the first time I tried to take it out, it was really seized on there tight. So just take your time, be patient, keep working at it, and you will be able to unscrew it, and then you just kind of have to keep working at it and unscrew it all the way. So right here we got the OEM part right here, the new O2 sensor, and as you can see, there's some anti-seize on the threads. Make sure you have anti-seize on the threads. So all you have to do is screw it right back in where you took it out, and just tighten it as much as you can by hand. And the process is pretty simple. We're just going to do reverse order. So we're going to screw it back in there, and then just go ahead and clip it right back where we got it from. So again, tighten as much as you can by hand, and then take your clip and pop it right back in there. It's a lot easier to put in than it is to take out, so just pop it right in there. And it's kind of hard to see, but there's a small metal tab that you want to slide the O2 sensor on. As you can see, it's right there. You want to just slide it right onto there, and you're good to go. So all that's left to do is to take your tool and to just tighten it up. Take your time and make sure it's nice and tight. Alright, so now that we're done changing the O2 sensor, we have to deal with the check engine lights. So we're going to go ahead and turn the car on and see if the check engine light is still on. And as you can see, the check engine light is still on, so we're going to have to remove it with our code reader. Alright, we got the code reader here, got pulling up the P0134 code, so we're just going to go ahead and erase the code. And there you go, code is erased, no more check engine light on the car, and the job is completely done. Alright, for those of you that don't have a code reader to remove the code, what you can do is go underneath the hood and take off the fuse box right here. And what you want to do is locate the ECU fuse. So look underneath the cover, and you should be able to find 15 amp ECU fuse, and for me it's number 6. So go ahead and take your fuse remover tool and go ahead and pull that 15 amp fuse out. And you should wait about 15 seconds to 10 minutes. Some say 15 seconds, some say 10 minutes, but you want to make sure all the capacitors get decharged and your ECU completely resets. Now this will reset your ECU, and therefore clear any codes that you may have. Alright, and that is pretty much it. We got the check engine light off and our job is done. So that is how to replace an O2 sensor on your 7th gen Honda Civic. Now make sure you buy the right O2 sensor. Do your research. And again, you can never ever go wrong by the OEM part. I ended up buying two O2 sensors. The first one was a Denso 2349005, and that one did not work on my 2005 Civic LX. It does work for some people out there, but my car didn't want to recognize it. So again, had I just bought the OEM part right away, I wouldn't have had to buy two. So do your research. Again, you can't go wrong by the OEM part. If you have an 04 or 05 Civic, I believe you're going to need the wide body O2 sensor, which is the expensive one, which is the one I had. And it's the OEM part. Just buy it. Don't be cheap and try to buy a cheap one, because it's probably not going to work. The 7th gen Civics are really picky on which O2 sensors they want. So again, you can't go wrong by buying the OEM part. If you have an 01 to 03 DX or something, you can probably get away with buying a cheaper one. But if you have an 04, 05, you're going to need an expensive one. So if you have an SI or EX model, this video will not be for you. They have a completely different way of replacing them. But for DX, GX, HX, LX, it should all be the same like I did in this video. So I hope you learned something from this video. I hope this video helped you out. Thanks for watching.